Okay, I have started the recording.
Thank you. Happy morning to all of them in the call. To set the context, our overall intention is we wanted to conduct the SAFe SSM in-person training and certification in Chennai during the July 26th and 27th Saturday and Sunday. If you wanted to conduct a SAFe, there is a limitations, right? You're supposed to be a partner with SAFe. So ValueX2 is our partner. They are the silver partner with SAFe. So we have collaborated with ValueX2. ValueX2 is conducting the SAFe SSM training in Chennai on July 26th and 27th. There are other supporters for ValueX2 to conduct the training and the certifications. One is Agile Multitude. It is the Arif consultancy, where we are trying to work with ValueX2 to execute the SAFe SSM. If you are aware of InfoCareer is a very well-known training institute in Chennai from quite long time, for the past 25 years. They are masters in many of the areas with respect to the PMI, PMP, PGMP, risk schedule. Like you can name anything from a PMI, they are the masters. They also do very good consultant roles related to many of the domain and the technological areas. So we really wanted to take the info career as a facilitator and collaborate with them to execute it in an info career center, right? So these are all the different company names where you can see that here. Over to you, Vijayalakshmi.
Thanks, Anand. So a warm welcome to everyone on this Sunday morning. We are excited to have you here with us for this insightful webinar session. So this session will be handled by three predominant people who have been taking SAFe trainings for quite a long time. First one is Mr. Siraj, who will be the primary trainer and who will be doing this in-person training, which is going to happen in Chennai at Mandaveli. And Anand will be the co-coach and mentor who will be handling the session along with Siraj. And there is Prashant, who is one of the founder of Agile Multitude, and he is also well-versed in SAFe profile and SAFe trainings. So to give a brief background about Mr. Siraj, he is a dynamic and experienced team-oriented professional with over 17 years of expertise in technical leadership and project management. He is a certified SAFe consultant with a strong background in agile methodologies, business transformations, and enterprise-level SAFe implementations. Adept at coaching teams and team leaders to drive organizational ability and continuous improvement. So we welcome you, sir. And Anand, you might all know Anand because he has been doing a lot of training as well as coaching programs. He has a 24 years of rich IT experience, primarily in complex projects and program management. He working as a program director in Cognizant and trainer. Plus, he is also a great public speaker. He is a certified PMP, PMI ACP, SPC, and most of all, SAFe certifications and many more. He will be joining here as a mentor and coach to guide the participant and train them on the certification program. And Prashant, he is also an enterprise agile coach with overall 23 years of IT experience, which includes 15 years of agile practitioner, active SPC conducted, and he has conducted 100 plus SAFe batches for SA, SSM, POPM, SASM, SDP, and it's quite a long list. And he has certified more than 800 plus participants. So
Thank you, Vijayalakshmi. Yep. The one predominant question, probably Siraj is going to be the primary trainer during this in-person training happening in Chennai. Siraj, can you please touch upon what it makes an in-person training, right? So there are n number of virtual sessions are happening, but how it is different than this in-person training?
All right. Why I would say that in-person training is more effective in comparison to virtual. Now, think of a scenario where you are sitting in front of a laptop, like you're going through a session where a person is teaching and you get a phone call. Okay, I understand phone calls during that time are on mute and everything. It's an emergency call. You pick up, you talk to them, you look at the text and all that stuff. So that distraction happens. All right. But why we are actually talking about in-person training being more effective is because it facilitates deeper understanding, okay, and practical application of the framework through direct interaction, collaboration, and networking opportunities. Now, when we are actually sitting and talking with each other, all right, everyone is paying attention to the trainer there, and they are actually going through breakouts and everything. They're discussing with each and every person what they get a clear picture of what other person's experience is and how does it actually relate to their experience. So a lot of ideas flowing is happening. Everybody is there. They're concentrating on the screen and everything. And not to mention hands-on practice is always there. All right. And networking is the most important. For example, let us say you might actually, most of the people in SAFe or SAFe training may be from IT perspective. Have you ever taken a step back and thought, is SAFe only applicable only to IT, or can it be applied to different areas like construction, like mechanical engineering, or manufacturing? All of these, when people start coming together as a group in an in-person meeting, you get all of that information and ideas as well. Not to mention, at the same time, when you do the collaborative activities, you do it in person and you know exactly how to implement this when you actually go in a real world scenario. That's why I would say in person is more effective.
Very good, Siraj. Yep, good to know that. And while we are discussing in offline, you also mentioned a very important point here in person training. When you do a virtual training, the people attends the training, then they go back for the preparations in order to give the certification. But right now, this 2 days of the program, we are going to cover all the industry required contents as well as the certification required contents, right? End of the second day, we are pretty confident any participant who is attending this training, they should be able to give the certifications immediately. On the second day, end of the day, you definitely you will get the confidence to go ahead and appear for an exam. So that's a confidence level. Definitely, this in-person training is going to provide. Yep. Thanks, Raj. Prashant, over to you. We talking about the SAFe SSM. Who are all can be the better participants, right? So we have many in IT industry. There are a number of roles and responsibilities. Who all can be the better participants for the SAFe SSM, please?
So I recommend team leads to go for the SSM instead of project managers going for it. Because what I observe in the industry, typically when project manager get into this particular role, they come with the traditional authoritative approach, and which is not suited. So first recommended all the tech lead, team lead. Other is what I have observed, there are a lot of participants in the industry, those are requesting for the CSM. So those who are going for the CSM course, we need to make them understand CSM is the Scrum Alliance certification, which covers only Scrum framework. Scrum framework started in 1996. Today we are sitting in 2025. So the knowledge of Scrum is not just enough. So what industry is looking for, you should have a knowledge of Scrum along with any of the scaling framework. When I say any of the scaling framework, it can be SAFe, it can be DAD, it can be Lace, it can be Spotify, it can be Scrum at Scale, any of these. But among all of them, the most useful or most popular, widely used, adopted is SAFe. And that's the reason I recommend those team leads, the aspirant Scrum Master, project managers wanted to go for CSM should go for SSM. And in fact, they released an engineer LPM, the higher role. It is always better to start the journey with SSM and then they can upscale, or when it comes to the renewal, they can go for the higher certification. Does that answer your query, Anand?
Yep, that makes sense. Prashant, thank you. Yep, it is for everyone who is actually part of the IT, a product or a project or program development. Any role, definitely they should undergo. Specifically, this SSM in person. The reason behind that we are not going to touch upon only the necessary information, right? We will help you out understanding what is project management and what is program management, how agile is evolved, where do we stand in terms of the hybrid and the scaling practices, right? So that's going to be a very, very niche type of the training, right? So anyone who is in any of the roles in IT industry, who is participating in the agile implementation or the SAFe implementations, yes, you can undergo. Over to you, Vijay Lakshmi. Why we keep seeing like a number of institutes conducting this SAFe training, right? Why it is ValueX2? What makes the ValueX2 difference?
Hi, Anand. Yeah. See, ValueX2 is led by people who are well versed in this industry and who have experience in practically implementing the Agile SAFe framework in their day-to-day activity. And these people train with the real life scenarios while doing the training, and also ensure that the trainees are able to clear the exam at the end of the second day session, so that the trainee is not only able to grasp the concept but also enabled to go out of the second day with a certification.
Yep. Prashant, can you please touch upon what the industry required contents we will be touching upon?
So when you talk about the industry specific content, if you look at the SAFe SSM course, it covers the values and principle, but how to convert those values and principle into the practice, that is the most important thing. What I observed in last 5 years, I met across hundreds of SAFe practitioner, those who acquire the certification, but they never use the toolkit. So what is we are going to do in this workshop? We are hands-on providing them in person in the classroom how to use the toolkit, because this training is not just to acquire the certification. This is also to make them effective practitioner. So that toolkit is a very important one which needs to be used in the industry. It right starting from team formation up to executing PI planning. So that's the most important practical aspect we will be covering here. Another part is there is a portal called the Collaborate. What I observe, most of the trainer and the participant use Collaborate just during the training period. But post training, no one uses it. If you look at the same practitioner, if they use the Collaborate effectively and regularly, their level get elevated in the Collaborate, starting from white belt, yellow belt, brown belt to the black belt. And it feels prestigious to show in the SAFe community, I am a black belt holder on a SAFe Collaborate. So I wanted to show that particular path and that particular aspiration for my participants so that they should use the Collaborate for their daily events and should be able to connect with the diverse distributed workforce effectively. So these are the few of the aspects, but yes, definitely when we are in the classroom, there is a much more can be done on what we are discussing here just on the slide and the board.
Yeah.
Will you be able to show something, Prashant? We are talking about the SAFe tools and some of the other practices which you talked about. Post our another 5 minutes of questions. Will you be able to show something?
Yeah, I will get it handy. You please continue the discussion, but yes, I'll get it handy.
Very good. Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, and Anand, I would like to add one of the things is like with regards to Vijay Lakshmi's response, why ValueX2? So my response is why not ValueX2? See, one of the reasons why we would say we are different is there's a difference between training, based on the content that has been authorized by Scaled Agile, who is the governing body for SAFe. All right, we not only provide that, we also provide how you should implement this in the real world scenarios. All right, it is in because when you actually go in there, like if you go to any CSM training or any kind of an SSM training, all right, you just go, you understand, you give the exam, you pass it, you get the certificate, and that's it. All right, but how do you utilize the knowledge you have gained during that time is the most important. All right, we help you with that. We train you on those lines, and we'll take you forward from there. That's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Prashant, while you are trying to showcase some of the samples, we also wanted to know what SAFe offers a micro credentials to the SAFe portal login candidates, right? So we keep talking about different badges. So what are all those badges? If you could touch upon, will be grateful. Okay.
Yes, there
Siraj,
is one called
since
as a
you
value stream facilitator. There is
okay.
other one called as the art practitioner art essential toolkit. I will also show you those batches as I share my screen. So
Yeah.
what I'm doing here is I'm putting a small link in the chat window. So when I'm showing something, everyone can actually try it, what I'm showing. It's not just looking at my screen. So if you hit this particular link, participant can actually do the hands-on. And this is one of the key element of the SAFe called as a collaborate. So if you are able
Very
to
good.
follow my screen, I am on the collaborate screen. So one of the challenge for our Scrum Masters that team members are not participating in the retrospective. For me, this is one of the wonderful template to engage participants. So let's say we all the team, we are done with our sprint and now we are in the retrospective session. So all of you are part of retrospective session and we are all onboarded on this boat. Do you see a small boat here sailing to the ship? So this is our project team on the call, which is onboarded on this board, sailing to the ship, and we wanted to reach towards the goal. What is our goal? Let's add something our goal. Say we wanted to go for AI bots. So today everyone talks about the AI bots. So we wanted to build a AI bot. So I'm adding a goal here to build AI
Prashant, we are not able
bot.
to see your screen.
Is it? Uh,
Yep.
is
So you
that
may
for
need to.
everyone or because
I can
actually?
see
Yeah,
the
yeah.
screen.
No, I'm able to see your screen.
Yeah, go ahead, Prashant. Yeah, we are.
Okay, good. So what I have done is I have added a goal called as a build AI bot. Likewise, every project has a goal, right? Now, when we are going toward this goal, what this team says, what are our helping factors, what are our propeller? So I will request everyone to come to this particular link. On the right top corner, you can say add item. And when you click on the add item, you can see there is a wind kind of a symbol or the propeller kind of a symbol, which will help you, helping factor. Say, for example, we have a required skill. So skill become our helping factor or the propelling factor. And we will say we have a management buy-in. That again becomes our helping factor of the propeller. So just put down what are our helping factors of the propeller, which will take our boat towards the goal. And when we talk about helping factors, which will take our boat, project boat towards the goal, also talk in terms of hindrance or the issues which you are facing. So let's say we have licensing issues, we have environmental issues, something like that, right? Security issues. So let's talk about those hindrance which are not allowing our boat to move forward, right? So I'm just putting something called as a licensing. Yeah. So this is one of the hindrance. So likewise, if everyone comes here, jump on this board, adding the goals, start adding the helping factors, start adding the hindrance and the rest. This will be a really an interesting and engaging retrospective, isn't it?
Yep.
Very
How many of us
correct.
tried something like this before? Rarely, right? And even
Very
not
rare.
this crowd, even when I speak to the same practitioner, although they have certification badge, they forget all this when they are done with the certification. They are not continuing these practices after. So my focus is when you're attending the training, when you're achieving that badge, you should take these practices to your day-to-day project. This is one of the examples just I wanted to discuss. Hope it helps.
It helps, Prashant.
Great.
Okay, thank you. I'm sharing my screen again.
Yeah.
Siraj, you are going to be the primary trainer in the batch, in the July batch in Chennai. What is the content we are going to cover, Siraj? I understood, like, these are all the trainings for 2 full days, which means like 8 hours a day. So what all the contents are covered, Siraj?
All right. To start with, when we actually do our training, all right, it's a 2-day event where we are talking about introduction to SAFe, how we are characterizing the role of a Scrum Master in SAFe. All right. And then comes the differentiator, which is experiencing the PI planning, which is basically PI planning. How do we do in real life? All right. Believe me, when you are actually doing the PI planning within the training, all right, that experience is just about 1% of what real world scenario is going to be like. All right. We will prepare you in all aspects when you are actually going to experience this PI plan. All right, which is going to be a complete, realigning yourself with how you used to do waterfall. All right, for people who have done traditional project management. From there, how do we actually come to agile, and then how do we scale it up? It's going to be a eye opener. And then we are going to talk about how to facilitate an iteration execution, which is where we are actually running a sprint in what do you say, layman's technology or agile terminology, where we are talking about sprints, but here we talk about iterations. Then once all of these main parts are done, we finish off the PI, which is, we come back from, iteration all the way to a PI. And once the PI is done, we actually go through the lessons learned and everything, which is basically retrospective. And then we actually talk about practicing SAFe in real life, understanding, what SAFe Studio is like, way to get your learning materials, way to understand what kind of videos are available and stuff like that. We are going to the next path, the next level ups and everything. That's where we talk about practicing SAFe, where you get more detailed information with regards to your certification path and your examination details and everything. This is what we do. The first 3 chapters we are going to finish up, or first 3 lessons we are going to finish up on day 1, and the next 3 lessons we are going to go through in the day 2. So that's how we actually go about it.
Very good, very good. So we keep talking about collaborate. Prashant have given an indication what do you mean by collaborate, right? One point to touch about related to the collaborate, what Prashant also said, collaborate is industry recognized way of conducting your the agile executions, right? Any customers you can go and say, I'm a SAFe certified guy. I do have an access to the SAFe portal. Whatever the activity we are performing, we can leverage the collaborate. Every customer will say yes. And Prashant is also going to show you the tools which SAFe provides. Everything is industry recognized tools. So you can say I am a SAFe SSM certified. I wanted to leverage utilizing the SAFe tools in terms of your team composition, your PA execution, your ceremonies. Every customer will say yes, because these are all the standards. These tools are being utilized by n number of companies and n number of the industry. So this is well utilized, and they know the value of utilizing these tools, right? So that will be we will go through the utilizing the SAFe tools and the SAFe collaborate in deeper, so that you become a hands-on person and you will start differentiating how you are different Scrum Masters than the many of the Scrum Masters in the industry, right? Good one. Over to you, Prashant, if you could showcase the SAFe tools and some of the batches, the additional batches which we can take it from the SAFe.
Prashant, you're on mute.
Okay, in the interest of the time, if we have any questions from participants, please. Any questions is a good question, and we are happy to collaborate and answer with you, please.
All right, anyone? Do you have
Sir,
any questions?
yes, sir. I would like to ask you, Like for PMP, we have a PMI Institute where we get the certificate and which is globally valid also. So for SAFe also, do we have some institute like that, or is it like the certificate, SAFe certificate? I mean, there is this certificate, no, which is given. So, but I'm not sure like from where it is given and who is the main institute behind it, which is globally recognized.
Yes. So Charu, to start with, SAFe stands for Scaled Agile Framework, and the governing body behind is Scaled Agile Framework itself. All right. They
Okay.
are globally recognized entity. All right. And the certifications they provide do carry a lot of weightage. All right. And anytime you put in SAFe logo on your resume or a CV, it is understood by the person who's actually reviewing your resume that these people know how to actually scale up agile. All right, they know how lean agile works and all that stuff, so they back. So that's the way it is. So the governing body behind is SAFe Scaled Agile Framework, and they have websites. You can look it up. It's all over the place.
I'm just sharing my screen in the interest of the same question will be there with everyone. You can see this is the SAFe, the scaling partner we are talking about, right? The scaledagile.com is a governance body. They are the one who introduced the keyword called SAFe, the scaling framework. How it is industry recognized? As equal to the PMI, PMP, I would say. I have done my PMP on 2008. PMP was very popular, and we definitely like PMP adds a lot of value even today. The differences between the PMP and the SAFe or the SSM, I will quickly touch upon. PMP, you need to undergo a training. There is a number of hours where you need to gain the PDUs for the training. Once the training is done, you will undergo a preparation for probably of minimum of couple of months. Then you go for a certification, which is a different price again. So there is a training cost and there is a certification cost, right? Is it valued? Definitely it is valued. But when you become an IT industry guy, you are becoming a product, program, project, or development area side. In the current industry, what is highly recognized? Agile. So when you go and say, I am Agile, I am the SAFe SSM certified, it is more value, right?
Right. So
As Siraj
Anand,
have mentioned, if
yeah.
your profile has a symbol of SAFe SSM, it values a lot. How it values? Very first one. Today, I will tell you a real-time example from different organizations, right? Your profile is not evaluated by the person. It is evaluated by the AI. It starts searching for some of the logos, some of the keywords. Once it identifies the keywords, it says like, okay, this profile is matching to the JD. One of the very important keywords is going to be an agile, SAFe, certification and trainings, right? So this adds a lot of value for your profile to get evaluated for your next process of your interview, right? This is one. Second, for you to make a difference, the personal branding we are talking about. You can say like I'm a SAFe SSM certified. That makes a lot of difference than the traditional Scrum Masters or the project managers. It is industry recognized. Hope it is answered, Charu.
Now the next question we have is from Muhammad Ali. Why SAFe Agile? How it differs from CSM and PSM? So let me actually explain this. Is how is CSM different from say SSM? Now we all know that Agile is a mindset, all right? And then we have different frameworks like Scrum, we have SAFe, we have we have less, we have a whole bunch of frameworks out there, XP, just to name a few. Now, how does this actually differ when we especially talk about PSM and CSM. PSM and CSM, they primarily concentrate only on Agile. All right. They do not concentrate on scaling Agile. For example, if you want to use less, which is also called as large scale Scrum, you need to do advanced CSM or you need to do CSP. All right. That is when you get the understanding of how to implement these at scale. But when you're actually doing SSM, all right, SSM, okay, let me take a step back. Even before you do SSM, SAFe actually promotes lean agile, all right, where you're not only understanding how to implement agile, you're also understanding how to implement agile at scale. All right. So what does agile at scale means? So when you do agile, you're usually implementing that at a project level. All right. But when you actually do scaled agile, you're not only doing it at a program level or at an enterprise level. So that is the major difference that actually comes up between these two. All right. Any questions? Mohammad Ali, does it answer your question?
Yeah, it answers, Siraj. Definitely, being an industry connected person, I would say, if I have been given a chance to do PSM, CSM, and SSM, I will always recommend people to take the SSM. As you clearly mentioned, we are going to touch upon the project management, program management, basics of the agile, hybrid agile, and take you to the scaling framework, which is the need of the hour for the industry. Okay, Prashant, are you back?
Sorry, Anand. Yeah, I'm back here. I'm at a remote location. Any specific question, Anand? Sure.
Yeah, with respect to the additional batches which we are talking about, the micro credentials, if you could touch upon
Yeah.
and gauge the team,
So
it is not only the SSM, right? As soon as you get the portal access,
yes.
once you give the portal access, you get the access for next 1 year. What are all the micro credentials they can do?
So there are two elements for the continuous learning. One is the SAFe skill, other one is the micro credential. When you speak about micro credentials, those are paid. You need to spend say $100, $150 for it. But if you look at the SAFe skill comes free and it keeps adding every couple of months or quarter. So if you look at the chat window, I have put certain logos from my profile which I acquired as a SAFe skill. So once you complete the SAFe SSM course and acquire the SSM certification, your learning journey doesn't stop there. What I observed, couple of participants, they don't even remember logging to the SAFe Studio, and they come to the login after 1 year for the renewal. And many of them don't even renew also. Okay, so guidance here is once you got the certification, you got a 1 year membership. In that 1 year membership, utilize the tool, template, learning module, everything. And the SAFe skill, what I have put there in the chat window, those are the part of those learning modules. So you can come to the SAFe Studio, complete those learning module, and this is free of cost. It's a part of your SAFe membership. So if you look at those skills, it talks about understanding and improving flow, measuring the team and art flow achievements, operating SAFe and the portfolio achievements. So these are the few skills which are available today. As you go ahead, more and more skills are getting added. So these are the skills which are freely available, which are coming along with your SAFe Studio as your membership. On top of it, if you're interested, you can enroll for the micro credential with a minimum cost.
Thanks, Prashant. Yeah, quickly, since you touched upon the portal access one, I will also talk about how the SAFe SSMs training certification works. As I mentioned, from the PMI PMP perspective, you need to undergo the training, then you need to register for the PMI website, then you need to enroll for your certifications. How this SAFe comes in one package. You go and register yourself for a training and certification. Once you start registering, You will get the access to the Scaling Agile portal, the SAFe Studio, which Siraj was mentioning about. You get an access to the SAFe Studio portal for 1 year, right? And your training, according to the schedule, your training happens for a couple of days. The training comes with your the presentation. Everything is available within your login itself, right? You can download the presentation, what the trainer is going to use. You can use the collaborate. You can use the SAFe tools, whatever the trainer is going to utilize. There is nothing like a trainer needs to provide you. You will have it everything in the SAFe Studio itself. So couple of days training happens. Once a trainer goes back and mark your attendance that you have attended 16 hours worth of training, you will be eligible to take the certifications immediately, right? So there is a number of items which will show like, download your the PPT, download like, give the response to your training. Then you can practice for each of the modules. Then there will be a practice exam. You can go through the practice exam. If the questions will be repeated in the exam, maybe some of them, but this will give you the concept and this will give you the guidance how strong you are today, right? Your practice exam. So you can take a practice exam, which is 1.5 hours. Typically, the same 45 type of the objective questions will come. You will get to know how strong you are ready to take the certification, right? Unlike the other certifications where you need to go to the protector, the private place where you need to take a certification, SAFe recommends you can take it anywhere, wherever there is an internet connectivity. As long as you can log into the SAFe Studio, you can take the certifications, right? So you can do it from your own location, 1.5 hours, 45 questions, objective oriented. Once you complete the certifications, immediately you can see the results too, right? And you may come up and ask questions like, you talked about 6 different modules. Which are all the modules are important modules? Definitely you can see there is a link pasted in the, let me quickly open the link too. There are modules, right? According to the modules, the number of questions also will get reflected. You can see here, we talked about 6 different lessons. Let me quickly open it from the PPT. So you can see here, this is your Scrum Master course, right? So what all, how the certification, what all the content it is covered, where do you need to focus upon? So all these things are available with you. So the message here is, as soon as you enroll for the SSM certification, the training and the certifications on the portal login, everything is included. There is nothing separate. Okay, any other questions, please? What would be the cost? Maybe a question. SAFe recommends some INR amount in order to conduct the SAFe SSM training and certifications. ValueX2 is a registered partner in UK. So we can take an advantage of eliminating the GST. We will only pay for the training and certifications, and you have Vijay Lakshmi here and the contact numbers are there in your registration. We will also send you the current presentation, what we have utilized. You can reach out to them for getting the special prices. And it is an in-person training, and we are not enabling the virtual during this session. It's happening in Chennai on the Saturday and Sunday. Any other questions from anyone, please? Any questions is a good question. Go ahead.
Hello, sir. I joined a bit late, and will I be able to get the recording?
Yeah, you will. Whomever is participated right now, everyone will get the recording. If you have any specific question, you can still ask. It's okay.
Okay. So how does this program work? Like where are you located? And just now I understand from you that it's only in-person training and it's on Saturday and Sunday in Chennai. And
correct.
Yeah. So
yeah, I will reiterate.
Sure.
We really wanted to conduct an in-person training this time, which is happening on, let me quickly go. It is on the Saturday, Sunday, July 26 and 27 from morning 9 a.m. 8 hours is the recommendation from the SAFe. We will probably cover 8 or plus some hours. The reason began that we said we are going to touch upon additional hands-on exercises, right? That's what we are planning to do. It is happening in Chennai. Info Career is the training center, which is located in Mandaveli. Do you do a virtual training? Yes, please contact us. We are also doing regular virtual trainings. Regularly, it is happening on a week once we identify the candidate. But the most important one, this is in person in Chennai.
Sure. Thank you, sir. Yeah, and how about the fee structure?
As I mentioned, SAFe recommends, if you are conducting the training and certifications, SAFe recommends X amount in INR. What we are recommending, you can call in offline. We will tell you how best we can take the price, because there are different prices related to how do you enroll. So we can talk about that. So as I mentioned, one thing, because ValueX2 is the UK registered company, the GST is not available. That's a major component.
Okay. Thank you.
Sir, this training will happen on every month, or is it training?
Right now, this is a trial. We are trying to do how much people are interested on an in-person training, right? After COVID, the in-person becomes very, very less, right? But
Right.
in-person actually makes a lot of difference. So we are trying to conduct this in-person. If the good volunteers to take the training, we will start conducting on month-on-month basis. And this is the first trial which we are trying to do. But are we doing a virtual session regularly happening on a week-on-week basis?
Okay, so one more question actually. So 4 years back, I have done a CSM certification, but I didn't renew it. If I take SSM, so automatically CSM will also get renewed, or it's a different one?
To touch upon the certification governance body, right? SSM is the governance body is SAFe, Scaled Agile. CSM, the governance body is different. So any certifications you take in the SAFe, the Scaling Agile framework, the Scaled Agile governance body, if you do a higher certification, example, today you are doing SSM and tomorrow you are going to do a APM, which is a premium certification, and later you are planning to do SPC. Once you renew SPC, automatically your SSM and APM gets renewed. That's how the SAFe operates. But will the CSM get renewed? Definitely not, because the CSM governance body is different.
Okay, got it.
Hi, Anand, Satish here.
Go ahead, Satish, please.
Yeah, Anand, it's quite interesting when you said we have this session on in person and you get a lot of networking from there. And so, Anand, also I would like to check a few things, not just a few things, a main thing from you. In fact, like how good is the market for a person who is trying to go in entry level for a Scrum Master or a delivery kind of a project management, maybe. How's the market now?
When I compare between the project management or a delivery related roles and the Scrum Master roles, right now the Scrum Master role stands on the top. The requirement for the Scrum Master stands on the top. It varies, right? When we say the Scrum Master managing one Scrum team for a simple project execution, they are also available. A Scrum Master who is part of the a larger organization or a larger product development, managing a large team, this is also different. But what is the requirement available in an industry? Scrum Master has plenty of openings. As I mentioned, your profile is evaluated by a different HR body or a AA. They will start looking out, do you have a certifications? It's the first important criteria. If not, your profile will not go through at all.
I completely agree with you. So the recent trend is just like no, none of them are screening. It's just the AI gets applications filtered. That's a very nice thing that you have addressed here. So also thank you so much for this great session, Anand. Hope we'll try to meet again.
Sure. Thanks, Satish.
Thank you. Thank you.
There are a couple of questions in the
Yeah, I'm
chat.
actually addressing those. With
Thanks,
regards
Srinath.
to Sairam Ramela, his question is, I'm from Hyderabad, and he have any plan to have a session at Hyderabad location. So I would like Anand to actually address that, please.
Yeah. So as I mentioned, this is the trial which we are trying to do it in Chennai. We are also planning to conduct a webinar focusing upon the Hyderabad and focusing upon the Bangalore participants. Once our webinar becomes successful, yes, we are trying to host an in-person training. So not this month, but we are going to try it next month. That's an answer to Sairam.
Yeah, and Sairam, just in case if you are in a rush and you're okay with a virtual session, then you can always connect with Ms. Vijayalakshmi. She'll be more than happy to coordinate it with you.
So what's the validity for this certificate?
SAFe will give you a certification. Example, I put a badge in the PPT, right? Your badge is lifelong valid, right? Example, you are taking a PMP.
Yeah.
The PMP portal is valid for 1 year. Your PMP is valid for 3 years. Then you have to keep on securing your PDUs, right?
Exactly.
Here, there is
Yeah.
no concept of the PDU, but your batch is valid for the lifetime. But if you wanted to renew your portal access, you keep renewing it.
Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Sir, what is the duration for this course?
This is 2 days, Raman.
Okay.
We are planning to conduct Saturday and Sunday continuously, as I keep repeatedly saying. That is the mandatory training requirement, 16 hours, which we will do that. But will we be able to cover within 16 hours? Definitely yes. But we are trying to touch upon some of the additional concepts too. So 16 hours, 8 plus 8, Saturday and Sunday is our plan.
Okay, in case virtual session, because I am sitting in Oman, I'm not in India. In case on virtual session, then how many days you are taking course?
It is also typically the same. We take it in a different time zones like CST, PST. We usually take different virtual sessions. Continuously in couple of days, we are trying to take it. If at all some group of participants comes back and tell us, no, we cannot do that in 2 days. You wanted to split it into 3 and 4, we will do that. But mostly our focus is to continue doing it in continuous 2 days and get it closed.
Oh, okay, so fine.
So, how about the exercises you were mentioning about the exercises during the in-person training? Are they happening in the virtual session today, or are you going to try the exercises for the first time during the in-person?
SAFe has a lot of mandated exercises. Whenever, as Siraj mentioned, right, there are 6 different lessons. Every lesson, it is a mandatory exercises. If we have more participants and if it is an in-person training, we will definitely do an hands-on exercises as a group activity during this session for every lesson. And we do have some of the customized exercises. Since we are planning to do that in person, you will get many hands-on experiences. As I mentioned, we wanted to make you doing a lot of exercises so that you will get a confidence in end of the second day, you will go and write the exam.
All right. Okay.
The next question is from Mr. Shaktivel. I think he has raised his hand. Shakti, please go ahead.
Hello, sir. Thank you. So very good morning. The session was really impressive, and I was able to get some insights about SAFe because I'm a PMP certified, but I'm not that much aware of SAFe. Okay, so that was really helpful and very impressive. But just would like to understand, see, as you are mentioning that you can, you'll be very confident after 2 days to go and take up the exam. So will the exams be will there be an exam which will be conducted at the end of the session, or are you suggesting me to go ahead with the body's original certification?
Yeah, so let me take that, Anand. So usually what happens, Shakti, is after the examination, all right, you don't have to go to any location to give the exam, or you don't have to sit at the very location and give your exam. You can go home, you can plug in your laptop, and there are few prerequisites that SAFe has mandated. So you finish those, and then the link to the examination is already there, within your what do you say, account itself. All right, every time, not every time, when you actually get signed up for the exam, what do you say, for the certification program, your account is created in SAFe. If you have an existing account, it's appended. All right. So that once your attendance has been marked, then you can go anytime in the next 30 days and take that what do you say, examination at your own pace. You don't
Got
have
it.
to go to a center to do it.
Got it, sir. Just would like to confirm. So, will that be the certification, the authorized certification from the SAFe, or will that be an internal certification certificate exam which will be conducted by InfoCareer themselves?
No,
I
it
will
will
show
be.
you here. You can see my screen.
Sir.
Like SSM, I'm also undergone the lean portfolio management training, right? So my training is done right now. So once you see your training is done, you can see my course is completed. I gave you the feedback. The trainer have put in my attendance, and right now my certification is enabled. I can go ahead and take the certification. What happens right now? I am taking the certifications in the SAFe Studio. It is not internal to the info career. It is in the SAFe Studio. As we mentioned, once you enroll, you will get the access to the SAFe Studio. You will see like your whole activities. You participating the training, you downloading your content of the training, you participating in the collaborate hands-on exercises. Everything happens in the SAFe Studio itself. So right now you can go ahead and start taking the exam, and you will see the results here.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. That was a nice session. Thank you.
We can take one last questions, please.
Do you have any plans to conduct sessions in multiple weeks? Because I have gone through the in-person training. It was really helpful. The only thing I felt is like things are too overwhelming. I mean, things are like they get crushed in the given time. So, if in case you have any plans to have like 4 hours per week and then you can do it in multiple weeks, then I would like to hear about it. Yeah.
See, from the SAFe perspective, right? You will definitely will not feel it is crushing. The content is not crushing. The reason, we take a lesson, we took a pause, take a feedback, do an exercise related to all the content. Once everybody is comfortable, then take the second lesson. So in that way, like every time we are completing a lesson and moving on to the next chapter. Like that, we will keep on going on. So definitely, so far I would have trained 800 to 1,000 participants. Siraj would have trained 1,000 participants. Prashant would have trained 10,000 participants. We never got a feedback from the participants saying, no, you were fast or you were crushing the course. No, we never got the feedback from them. The reason behind that, the course itself is structured like that. Do a lesson theoretically, interactively, do an exercise with a team or collaboratively. Once the member is feeling comfortable, move on to the next lesson. So the content is structured in such a way. That's the reason you see many certifications in SAFe. It's not like one certification, right? If you are aspirant the SSM, you have a certification. If you wanted to become an SME, the product owner and product manager, you have a different certification. I wanted to become an agile product manager, stand on the top of the larger organization or the large product development, you have a separate certification. I am going to run a major program or a product development. I wanted to become a full process consultant, you have a SPC available, right? So you have many different certifications available in such a way. The content is created, it won't be boring at all. Definitely it will be interesting.
All right. Thank you.
All right. If no other questions.
No, sir,
Yep.
no
Thank
question.
you very
Just
much.
can
Thanks
you
for
can you
joining.
inform your
Go ahead, Ram.
yeah can you inform your team to share the course fee details and the structures and the content so that we can get more clarity from this?
Sure, sure. Whatever we have presented now, we will circulate
Yeah.
to you your registered email ID,
Okay.
as well as you will get a call from Vijay Lakshmi too.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Yep. Have a great week. Great Sunday ahead. All the best. Bye bye.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you all for joining. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you,
Yes,
everyone.
bye-bye.